Call it an economic booster and you would not be wrong. This is because it has the capacity to transform the socio-economic fortunes of not just the people of Kano State, but of countries in that axis. And there is good news in that regard. Arrangements are being concluded by stakeholders for the successful completion and takeoff of Dala Inland Dry Port in Zawachiki, Kano State. We'll bring you up to speed with the level of work at the ports on this week's edition of The Shipper. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy every bit of the program. My name is Rekia Zikru Yagoyaju. I'll be back shortly. Welcome back. You're watching The Shipper, brought to you by Nigeria's Port Economic Regulator, Nigerian Shippers Council. Thanks for being a part of the program. We begin the program by telling you that the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, says government is committed to the development of critical infrastructure to enhance economic activities in the country. He gave this assurance when he led top officials of the Federal Ministry of Transportation on an assessment tour of the Dala Inland Dry Port, Zawachiki, Kano State.
Dala Dry Port is the simple way that our businessmen will carry a goods from so part of the not only the country. In some other countries, we come in short time. So especially our business will be grow, and we achieve a good business partners from anywhere. I wish this will help our states.
Duba da yanayi da muke ciki cewa ba kowa gwamnati za ta yi samu wa aiki na gwamnati kai tsaye ba, wanda za ka tada yayi digiri yayi waye da sauransu, amma ta salar wannan guri za ga mutum ya zo ya samu guri yana aiki ko babu kuma ku kanku da kuka shigo wannan guri za ku ga akwai masu sana'o'i ma har sun fara, so irin wannan ci gaba za a samu sosai game da wannan guri na Dala Inland Report.
Abike Idowu covered that inspection for The Shipper and brought back this report presented by Lucy Ulube.
It's a known fact that the nation has had to contend with congestion at the ports, resulting from slow movement of cargoes and poor road network around the seaports. The establishment of inland ports, or what is popularly known today as inland dry ports, was to ensure faster and more convenient means of transporting cargoes from the seaports to inland areas for shippers who are not domiciled at the seaport cities. Dala in Kano State was one of the locations earmarked for the establishment of inland ports. This visit by the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, accompanied by the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Shippers Council, Honorable Emmanuel Jime, among others, was to assess the level of work completion at the Dala inland dry port. The minister described the facility as a critical tool for wealth creation and job opportunities in the country. Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Shippers Council expressed delight at the progress made, adding that he was optimistic that the project will be delivered in good time.
The final assessment of this whole project will be done at the end of the month when the minister is going to come back, and we're all going to come back as a team. But the much I can say at this point is we're relying on the reporting of our own coordinating team that was set up by the Shippers Council that's been reporting to us. And like I said, the last reporting was that the level of completion of work is 80%. So until we get the final reporting from our coordinating team, and then of course, very final assessment of the completion of this project at the end of the month when the minister is going to come. That is when we are able to actually say conclusively where are we exactly at.
Chairman of Dala Inland Dry Port, Abubakar Bauru, and the Managing Director, Alhaji Ahmad Rabiu, said efforts have been intensified to ensure speedy completion and successful takeoff of the facility.
By the time we get to about 60% completion on this project, this port will be declared a port of origin and destination. And the idea behind declaring it at this level is because there are two legs to the development of this port. The one is the physical aspect of it, and the other one is the marketing aspect of it. So by getting us declared at the stage at which we had an understanding that it will be made, it will accord us an opportunity to start serious marketing and then serious positioning with the customs and every agency that is involved in the business.
It is feasible to commence operations on this in this port within the next couple of weeks. Honorable Minister, as we tried and showed you part of the building and development that we have done, access road we have been guaranteed will be completed within a week. The gatehouse is being completed within another 7 days, as can be seen, workers are on. This building that we are standing in front is fully completed. We are on the process of just air conditioning it, putting the partitions and the furniture. The stacking area that the Honorable Minister can see over there is 100% completed. It has been completed for a very long time, for almost 6 months now. The offices in the container that we have, those container offices have been dedicated for the custom operations and for our billing and also part of our finance. This building here will house the leaders of all cargo superintendent federal government agencies and other stakeholders. And Your Excellency, we have also commenced serious work on a very fast track for the rail siding. To the other side, we encountered a lot of problems, but from the guarantees that we have, everything, especially when you mentioned end of March, you'll be here again. We assure you, by 31st March, this place will be totally ready.
The benefits of the inland dry port in Zawachiki, Kano is enormous, not just for the people of the state, but neighboring countries, as attested to by some residents of Kano State.
This project will help our young entrepreneurs and companies that are domestically in our state. So it's a great high level, because with this project, our young entrepreneurs or businesses, they want to bring some goods from other states or countries, but they don't have opportunity. But with that station, it may help them, because it's a dry port, and the dry port is a railway that can bring our goods.
Gaskiya muna mata zaton alkhairi sosai, saboda mu tun yanzu ma kafin a buɗe ta, saboda mu sana'ar hannu ce ta aikin iron bender. Saboda haka tunda aka buɗe wannan tasha, Allah ya sa muka shigo, muke ta ayyukan mu a ciki sosai a cikinta. Saboda haka wannan tasha muna mata fatan alkhairi, kuma muna addu'ar Allah ya taimaka, Allah ya sa a buɗe ta asa.
Idan muka duba za mu ga abubuwa ne na ci gaba aka kawo mana shi, wanda ba mu kaɗai ba na bayan mu ma za su amfana. Farin ciki ne kuma wannan abun muna ganin shi a irin kasashen waje ne, waje yau kuma gashi har ya zo inda muke. Kin ga za mu iya cewa hakan mu ta cimma ruwa, kuma ba abin da za mu iya cewa da wannan gwamnatin tamu sai dai mu ce Allah ya saka da alkhairi.
Director Inland Transport Service Philip Eduwa and head of the Northwest Zone Ahmed Yaza, both of the Nigerian Shippers Council, spoke on the benefits of the project in an exclusive interview with the shipper.
We have a lot of benefits from this project. One of the benefits is that the construction of inland dry ports across the country, we bring about the congestion of the Nigerian seaports. And you also appreciate that the purpose again is for importers, to be able to bring in their goods to the hinterland instead of coming down to where the ports are situated. So all they need to do is to indicate the final destination on their bill of lading and collect their goods.
The Shippers Council is a port economy regulator. We, the zonal office here, we are here to enforce standard, to set tariff and see compliance to the needed requirement for the port facilities. By implication, as you have seen, the progress of the port so far, and the management or the concessionaire has given us that a deadline of about a month, which of course we are here on the ground to protect and provide all the required assistance towards the commissioning of this project. It's a project that will boost the commercial activities of all stakeholders, that is users and providers of shipping services based in the hinterland. So we want all the shippers, that is the users or provider of shipping service, to patronize the services of this port, so that at least most of the inconvenience they get at the seaport can be reduced to barest minimum, and they will have door-to-door services by the establishment of the IDP.
One of the conditions for the establishment of the dry port was the construction of a school as part of a social responsibility by operators of the facility. It's a development that has brought smiles on the faces of beneficiaries of the institution of learning.
Sosai da na ga an gina makarantar nan. Ina so
nan jan gida zawa ciki. Daidai Santa. Na yi farin ciki. Zan zo insha Allah.
Tabbas na sani. Kuma gaskiya na ji daɗi sosai saboda makarantar da ƙanina suka zo gaskiya akwai nisa sosai. Allah ya yarda.
Wannan makaranta da aka gina ta gaskiya mun ji daɗi sosai. Saboda me? Yara za su zo su samu karatu na boko sosai, saboda akwai yara wanda ba sa zuwa makaranta, amma sanadiyar wannan makarantar da aka kawo kuma aka yi ta, na san insha Allah yara da yawa za su samu karatu a kanta.
ta makaranta ita ce tushen rayuwar dan adam, ko babu komai a rayuwa yanzu ilimi ne ya zo na zamani, mutum zaki gan bashi da ilimi na zamani zaki ga ya zama koma baya. To ganin wannan ya tasa ita kanta su shugabannin Dala Inland Dry Port din suka tunanin ganin cewa an yi primary school a cikin ita Dala a kamfani din, domin ko ba komai catchment area na wurin za su amfana da wannan primary school din da aka yi. Ba dan komai ba, ilimi shine ginshikin rayuwar dan adam, kuma kowa yanzu kamar da minista ya shiga ga wannan primary school din an yi ta zamani mai inganci, wadda ko a London wannan primary school da aka yi ta da Inland Dry Port haka za a yi ta.
For the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Shippers Council, Honorable Emmanuel Jime, the multi-million naira project is a critical infrastructure that will boost maritime activities in Kano State and Nigeria.
Unveiling the theme and logo of Dala Inland Dry Port marks yet another milestone in the successful development of the project, because this will promote easy public identification and recognition of Dala Inland Dry Port. The logo will no doubt help in communicating the values and ethos of the port in the marketplace and beyond. Dala Dry Port will give Nigeria a competitive edge because of the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement.
Another round of assessment of the dry port by the minister and some stakeholders is expected at the end of the month.
With the unveiling of the logo, we can confidently tell you to hold your breath. Dala Inland Dry Port is a reality. Over now to Abike Idowu, who's standing by to take us on the voyage around the world. was an occasion of mixed feelings on Wednesday, 23rd February 2022, as the Director Legal Services, Alhaji Tahi Hadija Idris, bowed out of service, having attained the mandatory retirement age of 60. Staff and management of the Nigerian Shippers Council, who gathered to celebrate Alhaji Tahi Idris, eulogized him for his amazing personality and contributions to the growth and development of Nigerian Shippers Council.
He's one of those people who actually defined what it should be to be a civil servant. He does his work with extreme passion. In fact, I can arguably say that he is one of those people, one of the few people who works completely out of passion for the industry and for the mandate of the Nigerian Shippers Council. I've worked with him for many years.
What I like most about him is that he encourages you, no matter your level. He wants you to give the best, and he wants you to be the best. He will tell you, no matter what you are today, put interest in what you're doing, develop yourself, and be the best in any level whatsoever you are doing.
Right from the onset, I need him to be a disciplinarian, highly principled, and a believer in a cause. If he believes in a cause, nobody can change it so long as it's good for the industry.
The management staff will miss you. The staff will meet you. Even as friendly as Chris is even friendly to both the cleaners, everybody will see, the drivers. So all of us will miss you.
I cannot give you sir. I don't want to. But on behalf of all the cooperator here, sir, we are giving you our own award. We call it Senior Advocate of Cooperative. So we thank you. We pray God infinity will continue to be with you.
One who is very astute. He expects you to always deliver and always push you to do your best. And as he is retiring, all I can wish him is the very best. And for sure, we are going to miss him. The council is really going to miss him.
The Executive Secretary, CEO, Honorable Emmanuel Jime, described Alhaji Idris as an astute administrator and brilliant officer who uses institutional knowledge and memory to help him settle in when he was appointed to the position last year.
The departure of Idris is definitely going to leave a big, big hole as far as this council is concerned. And I say that with every sincerity available to me. I've seen Idris at work for 6 months. And if I tell you that I have not depended a lot on the guidance and the advice that comes from Idris because of his depth and because of the knowledge that he brings and because of his institutional understanding of the workings of the Shippers Council, I'm not telling the truth. Idris has been someone that I have actually depended on a lot. In much the same way as I've depended on a lot of other very knowledgeable members of the management team of the Shippers Council.
Alhaji Tahi thanked all present for their cooperation and understanding, stating that his sojourn at the council was an opportunity to serve the nation for which he would be eternally grateful. He, however, said he was very much looking forward to his retirement as it will enable him spend more quality time with his family while pursuing other interests.
To be honest with you, I'm very happy. I hate an occasion that will start and end artificially. Artificially in the sense that as a human being, there's nobody that doesn't have a weakness. There's nobody that everybody will agree with. So if this other side was not said, I would not have been happy. I'm truly happy that he has triggered it. I remain indebted to you a debt of gratitude for honoring me on this occasion. And I thank God for everything. And I look forward to each and every one of you reaching this day and being celebrated in a better way than I'm celebrated. I thank you very much.
More on NSC activities. A team led by the Deputy Director, Regulatory Service Department of the Nigerian Shippers Council, Mrs. Celine Ifeora, recently paid a courtesy visit to the newly appointed Assistant Inspector General of Police, Maritime Police Command, Inspector Ibrahim Sani. Mrs. Ifora appealed to the Maritime Police Command Force to look into the issue of cargo dwell time and detention of cargoes at the port. Maritime Police Force are critical stakeholders in the cargo clearance process, and their role will help to reduce the cost of doing business at the nation's ports, she said. Also, the team paid a courtesy visit to the Zonal Coordinator, Zone A Nigerian Customs Service, Assistant Controller General, Mrs. Modipe Aremo. Mrs. Ifora called for the automation of custom processes. This, she said, will remove human interface and allow for seamless movement of cargo without undue obstruction by the custom agents. She further appealed to the Nigerian Customs Service to address the issue of overtime cargo at the ports. In the Northwest Zone, the Federation of Agricultural Commodity Association of Nigeria has pledged to partner with the Nigerian Shippers Council to help ginger and chili farmers in Kaduna State process and package organic ginger for exports. President of the association, Prince Bakare, made the pledge in Kaduna while speaking at a one-day stakeholder forum on development of national framework, strategies, and policies for the development of ginger and chili pepper value chain in Nigeria. It was organized by the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment. The Nigerian Shippers Council prides itself in the satisfaction of stakeholders when their issues are resolved. Here is a letter of appreciation from a satisfied complainant. It is undisputable that the Nigerian Shippers Council has continued to develop a professional workforce who have requisite knowledge to handle issues arising in the maritime sector. That said, as a regulated service provider, you are reminded to register with the Council via the website www.shipperstradedata.gov.ng. It's time for news in the global maritime sector. Lloyd's Register has issued approval in principle to Norwegian shipping company Eagle Ovan for its zero-emission self-discharging hydrogen-fueled 5,500 deadweight bulk carrier. The Classification Society has awarded the AIP after undertaking a risk-based hazard certification. The bulker, due to be commissioned in early 2024, will be entirely free of emissions in all operational modes. American Bureau of Shipping has published a white paper proposing a goal-based framework for future rules to enable autonomous vessel operations. The ABS Autonomous Vessel White Paper is designed to support the industry's increasing adoption of autonomous capabilities with a focus on safe implementation. It sets out 10 goals to create a framework for the design and operation of autonomous vessels and address key issues in implementation. And now, our complaint register for the week. A total number of 19 complaints were received. 4 have been resolved and 15 are ongoing investigations. Some of these complaints include missing cargo, damaged cargo, cargo detention, and demurrage charges. And that's it on this week's Tidbits.
The Nigerian Shippers Council is now better poised with responsive systems in place to help you and other shippers get seamless, stress-free transition for your clients' goods from point A to B. Today at the Nigerian Shippers Council, timeliness, orderliness, transparency and efficiency is all we care about. Put your complaint through to our helpline. Visit us at number 4 Ayodele Shoyode Lane, Apapa, Lagos, or reach us on www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng.
Nigerian Shippers Council, we meet you at the point of your need.
Nigerian Shippers Council. We meet you at the port of your needs.
All too soon, it's time for us to drop anchor as we have reached the end of today's journey on the Shipper. Come sail again with us next time. Before we disembark, we'd like to remind all regulated service providers to register with Nigerian Shippers Council on www.shipperstradedata.gov.ng. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.